it's not, you couldn't even hear me. Gotta get it set up for YouTube. Hold on. Anyways, I'm gonna cut to the chase. I really want to talk about Nancy Drew for the CW because it's officially spooky season, and that is my rewatch for this season. So I will be talking all about Nancy Drew. This is gonna be a special interest rant, and I can't lie to you and say that it's not. But what I can lie to you and say is that I'm not just gonna rage quit if this game crashes. Because I already spent so long setting up this current household that I'm like, oh my gosh, hopefully the most recent update to the game fixed everything and it's not just randomly crashing anymore, but we know how The Sims is. Anyways, hey, hi, hello, hey, what's up, what's poppin', good morning, good afternoon, how are you, how am I, don't ask, okay? This is my November current household. I'm not gonna show you like the house, because it's not all that finished, but I will give you a small tour while walking you through this family. So essentially, the first sim that you saw was Anais. She is my starter sim. I just wanted to do a spellcaster that was also a gamer. I just wanted to do something where she could have like this very cutesy magical aesthetic while also being very naturey. So yeah, that's how we got a streamer. This is her room, by the way. This is my main sim Anais's room. Um Somehow some way it kind of turned into a super sim challenge where now I'm completing all the aspirations for this sim instead of just, the one. Okay, if we keep coming down this hallway, that is her husband, by the way, Thiago. We love Thiago, but he's getting old. If you go down this way, you will see the back room that we started in. This is like a rec room type setup. Rec room, slash like activity room. I don't know. They needed space for the cauldron. Is that Jasper? That's Jasper. Okay, let's head up. Actually, about to run into that fatty. That's the door to the bathroom that is in between the main room, right? If we go through here, we have the gym. Not that big, not that extravagant. I had to add it after the game frick frackin' piddlacking crashed last time. So there's that. Okay. We need to be able to see the second floor. So there it is. I didn't put any roofs on this house. I don't plan on. I don't. I don't. Sorry. Sorry. I don't plan on doing major renovations to make this place look good. It's literally meant to just be functional for what I need it for, while still being a little bit cute, a little bit aesthetic. If we go up the stairs, we get the little landing here. I had nowhere else to put the gaming mat, so this is where it is. We have a little music nook here. We have just a little nook where they can practice their instruments and all of that, and that is because Anais and Thiago adopted a child, and she's not up here. She's the girl that you saw in the kitchen downstairs. Actually, that's her. That is Ruby Sapphire. Um, did I just hit record? I heard myself. I felt myself hit the button, but whatever. This is Ruby Sapphire's room. Like I said, if things look very disjointed in this house, it's because it's meant to just be. It's meant to just be, bro. Meant to just be. We playing here. It's more for the plot than for the looks. But she has a very over the top personality. You will soon find out she's kind of a wench. I'm not gonna lie to you, but she was born like that, so that's just how we adopted her. She's adopted, by the way. It's not a secret. She don't look anything like them people. Here's her bathroom, or here's all the kids' bathrooms. It comes with both a shower and a tub. They only ever use the tub. I wonder why. Through this other door, we have the boys' room. This is Jasper Onyx. That's his bed. And Jasper Onyx is, and yes, he has two first names, not a first and a middle. His name is Jasper Onyx. This little boy right here, that's him. He's very pale. He's also very adopted. If we go back upstairs, this is Selenite. This is Selenite's bed, as you can tell. This is Selenite. He's not adopted. So, funny thing, we wanted to just adopt. I just wanted to adopt all their kids. But then, like, and I kid you not, this girl randomly popped up and was like, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, wow, what a dang shame. What a darn shame. What would you go and do that for if you know the meme? But we were already going to adopt Jasper. So the morning that she found out she was pregnant, I literally just went out and adopted that boy. What's your issue? He has a lot of issues. These kids are they're very smart. They're very intelligent. They're very driven towards their goals, whatever that may be. Listen, I'm playing this from the POV of Anais, and from Anais's POV, she doesn't really have a good relationship with Ruby Sapphire, because, like, keep in mind, Thiago is her housewife. Thiago is, like, her house husband. He takes care of the kids and the babies and all that, so he's a lot closer with the kids. Listen, why is the sound not on? That's because... Okay. Listen, he is a lot closer with the kids, and that's because Ruby is, like, kind of a jerk. She gets in her moods, and, like, while she's, like, super helpful and getting along with everybody, she'll just randomly come in and, like, literally start yelling at one of her brothers. And we're like, can you chill? Can you chill? Can you absolutely chill, girl? And she's just on one 24/7. Of course, she's dressed a little bit expensive. But like I said, I did not plan to keep playing this save. And now it's like a hybrid mash of like a super sim, maybe a generations challenge, maybe a I play until I'm no longer interested type of challenge. He is, and when I say always, I mean always on this dang gaming mat. Like when I'm normally, right, you've already heard me say this. I use my current household as a way to study, because I'll have my book open and I'll have my Sims doing their thing, you know. But now I'm done with that class. And my other class, all of my stuff to study for is on the computer that I have to look at. So, yeah, don't even ask my ADHD brain how we're gonna figure that out, because we're not. Who left trash? That's so nasty. Is somebody going to match my freak? Listen, I'm so tired of placing and replacing this trash can. I know I should, like, fence it off so that people don't touch it, but it's like I don't want to have a fence at the side of their house. They don't have that much room, and that would be ugly. Like sometimes you pick and choose which battles you have with this game. Okay, you pick and you choose. You don't pick every single battle to deal with, because then you'll be dealing with all of them. I choose to deal with this game as it is. But yeah, there's not really much story other than the fact that, like, oh, the urn. Funny thing about that, girl, I need to cough. I need a cough. Where's a blanket? Oh my god. That was a polite little cough. I need to catch my breath, bro. Don't smoke, kids. Don't smoke. It's the thuggish ruggish walk. It's the thuggish ruggish walk. All these kids are going to be spellcasters, by the way. Only Selenite was born as a spellcaster, but Ruby got turned into one. She's not that high up. Not too that good. Not good that too. She's gonna get this one because it's easier. This girl, on the other hand, has practically everything unlocked. Thiago is also a spellcaster, which floors me as to why their child has a weak bloodline when they're both... What? Okay, now what kind of vehicle even makes that sound, sir? It's a... Like, girl, what? What's going on with your car? Why does it sound uncertain? But anyways, we came here to talk about Nancy Drew. Take this as your blinker checkpoint. Because, I just popped open Nancy Drew to watch on another screen when I'm done with this stream. and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. If you have not seen Nancy Drew, the CW's version, it's on HBO Max. You have to watch all 4 seasons. You have to watch all 4 seasons. It's the one show that it's like, okay, I nearly quit after 3 seasons, but I could not just end it there. I had to keep going. That's how good. It's one of the only shows that I finished. That's how good Nancy Drew is. But let me tell you about everything that's not good about it. Because, ooh, it's such a phenomenal show, but it's also so bad, and it's just. Okay. Okay, I keep trying to structure my thoughts as to what I should talk about, but there is no structure. We're just gonna start with the obvious. If the CW wasn't scared of girls kissing, we would have a much better show. Okay, because you're gonna load up this show, right? And it's gonna be like, okay, one character or two of the main girls, they're straight, while the other one is, she knows that she's queer, right? She knows that she's a lesbian, out and proud, right? Here's the problem with that. Their storylines are, oh my gosh. This is going to be a complete spoiler session for Nancy Drew. It's going to be a complete spoiler session. There is no way I can talk about this show without spoiling it for you, but take your blinker now. I've been working on the railroad. Hey, I didn't cough with that one. Oh, it's trying to take my life. Oh no. Sometimes, as a stoner, I worry about whether or not I have like casual bronchitis. But then, as a human being living on this planet in modern times, I casually don't care. I don't care. I don't care, and I'm tired of saying that I do. But anyways, the main problem with Nancy Drew is that it's the CW problem of introducing all these very intricate plot lines and having nowhere for them to go if not a neat, tidy little ending. And while I could point out all of the different plot inconsistencies, we'd be here all day. So let's start with the character inconsistencies. Every character in the show pairs up like at least 5 times, okay? And the problem with that is that they keep killing off the protagonist love interest. Like, oh my gosh, she says it multiple times that she feels as though she's cursed, that there's something wrong with her. But I'm like, no, girl, it's because this show won't let you be gay. Like, her main op became her best friend. Like, I'm not joking to you. George literally is like, by the way, there's a girl named George. All of her siblings have dude names. I don't think they ever explained it. I just think it's really cool. George literally starts off the series being like, why would I be your friend? Why would I be nice to you when you and your friends bullied me in high school? Okay, George was out here getting groomed by the town's only millionaire, right? By the town's richest man, richest little Nepo baby. And everybody, instead of saying, oh my God, that's so concerning, this girl, we know she's with an older guy, right? Instead, they bullied her for it. Instead, George, by the way, George was getting groomed. That was grooming. The way that Ryan was basically using her as a way to not engage with his own marriage, but as a way to keep himself in this state of arrested development, it's grooming. It was grooming. The way he like constantly, and oh my gosh, I hate how this series deals with grooming. I hate it because when George finally realizes, oh, I was not in a relationship with this older man. I was being groomed because I desperately felt the need for somebody to show me love and affection, right? She goes to Ryan, right? Which I'm not even gonna drop the bombshell that Ryan is Nancy's father, her bio dad, right? So basically, you were in on your bully's father, right? And she tries to go to Ryan and be like, I realize now that you were grooming me and that was awful. What do you have to say for yourself? Why would you do that? Right? Listen, y'all, victims and especially people who experience trauma will have a canon event in their life where you will try to confront the person or the force that abused you, and you ask it why. Why would you do this? Why weren't you more regretful sooner? Why didn't you realize your actions? And I'm telling you right now, just like what happened to George, it will be the most unsatisfying thing in your life, right? Because the thing that hurt you does not seek to heal you. When she goes to Ryan and she's like, bro, boy, I'm best friends with your daughter now. Okay, she was my bully, but she bullied me because I was with you in high school. I was 17. And Ryan just shrugs his shoulders and does the Ned Fulmer rock bottom thing where he's just like, I know, I'm such an awful person. I know, I'm just so horrible. I know, I feel so bad about that. And it's like, no, no, it's not enough for you to feel bad. And what George is looking for is not just an I'm sorry. It's a I deeply regret what happened. And I don't know, when she finally gets the courage to confront him, she cannot get that satisfying ending that we needed. Okay, and that's why I say the closeted lesbian should have been George, right? Bess should not have been an open and proud lesbian at the beginning, right? That gives away too much of her character too soon, right? Her whole character, Bess's entire character, is supposed to be mysterious girl, mysterious past. Everybody, you think you know her, but you don't know anything about her. And the more we go on, the more she trusts us and the more we discover about her, right? Bess should have been the one getting groomed by Ryan. She was the one who was entangled with bad people and bad things and going along with the wrong crowds, and her being British was honestly just a red herring detail. They could have thrown that away entirely to make Bess just a runaway. Just a runaway who nobody cared about, who nobody cared to listen to, which in Bess's case, I think her mother is like literally passed. I think her mother is literally dead. And she doesn't have any other family. Hence why she came to the Marvins, which would have been an excellent intersection for us to already have. Her already being in with the family that she wanted to always find, but is constantly walking on rocks. Hence why she gets tangled up with Ryan and groomed. But that's not what happens. Instead, we see George, who, like, I don't know if it's like the acting or the way they wrote George, but like it just doesn't make sense that George would, like, I get that she has the hallmark troubled home life, lots of responsibilities placed on her shoulders at a young age, but that's the problem. Every single time we see George, she's busier than busy. She's busier than busy. She's a busy, busy, busy bee, right? She's never lacking and lagging ever. So how on earth would she have time to casually flirt with this Nepo baby? How he constantly walks into her restaurant like nothing happens, like he's not grooming this here teenager. Like what the way that they wrote Ryan, I get it's supposed to be like Nancy Drew does a lot of very sophisticated writing techniques, right? It completely changes the definition of what it means to be a morally gray character. It's not just about what you do, it is quite literally about who you affect and how your passiveness continues to affect them, right? We see later in the series with the oh my god. Oh my gosh, if the Bobsies have no haters, not only have I passed away from this world, I have completely reincarnated and disappeared from existence itself. Cause ooh, listen, I hate that they made the Bobsies Romani. I hate that. I hate that the Bobbsies are Romani and all of their quote unquote bad traits are supposed to be attributed to, oh, we just get up and leave and go anywhere lifestyle. We throw caution to the wind. It's very, very, very obviously a stereotype, which this show tries really hard to be, and the only appropriate term is woke. And I don't mean that in a like, you kids and your LGBTs characters, you guys are too woke. No, I mean it does the thing that Blackish does in like it tries to teach you a lesson about, you know, systems of inequality, but it stops to tell you exactly what you should be learning every single time. Like, tell me why. There's an episode of like two little black boys getting profiled by the police because they were mowing lawns and so they were carrying around a stack of cash, right? That in and of itself, that's very noticeable, right? That's a lesson about systems of inequality, racial profiling, and they really could have left it at the parents stepping in and being like, yeah, well, we're from this neighborhood too, right? They could have really left it on some type of note, but no, 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 no. Instead, the whole story in that scene, they literally stopped to be like, you know, just because we have black skin doesn't mean you can racially profile us. You know, police and police brutality. It's like, shut up! Shut up! That's why I also can't watch Grownish, right? At the end of episode 1, right, Zoe is learning that, or not Zoe, is her name Zoe? Main character's name, she's learning that like, oh, college is complex, it's complicated. I can't just like do whatever I want to whoever I want, even though like Grownish, I can tell within the first few episodes that that show is very poorly written. I can tell your main character is not just stupid, they're morally stupid, and that's a whole nother issue to walk into, right? But at the end of episode 1, the main character, or I think it, what is it, the teacher? They literally say we go through life and we have difficult friendships no matter what we learn. We have to, like, literally telling you the lesson you're supposed to learn. I kid you not, beat for beat. And that is what I call crossing into the whole woke atmosphere, because you're not letting people synopsize it for themselves, learn for themselves. You're hand feeding them what they should have gotten out of the lesson. Stupid. Nancy Drew does the same thing. Of when an issue comes up, it is not handled in a realistic way. Characters will literally stop to have a conversation being like, yes, and this is the definition of racial inequality. That like I think the only time where it's done well is towards the end of the series, where someone who's indigenous, I think it's Bess's girlfriend, is trying to explain the importance of the area and of environmental protection. And she's like, look, this is the history of my tribe and all that. But the problem with shoveling in politics like this and not utilizing them, right? Because Nancy Drew is very progressive. It's very progressive, okay? It, like, the main character, Ned, his whole arc is that he was wrongfully imprisoned because a white woman accused him of attacking a man. When in reality, like, oh my god. When in reality, what she witnessed was like a fight that got spilled over into the streets and somebody got hurt, and she's like, oh no, he killed him. Even though she, like, it's revealed later that she didn't see anything. She literally made it up. And like it, oh, Nancy Drew is just so aggravating, because as a show, how can you have such a complex theme like that and handle it so well with supernatural context added, right? And then end up fumbling it because you want to throw that whole plot away. But whatever. 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 The only character holding it down is Mr. Drew. He's the only one, which, side note, how the hell you gonna get kicked out of your own house by your own daughter? Right? When Nancy discovers the truth about who her actual parents are and like the past that occurred. First of all, how you gonna get mad at me because you were a baby on the doorstep and I took care of you and I simply didn't tell you? Okay, sorry, I didn't want you to grow up with the narrative that somebody threw you away and didn't want you. Like, my goodness. Like, I hate that plot in TV shows where the kid finds out they're adopted and they get just so angry, being like, how could you not tell me? But it's like, bro, you're a child. I'm not going to tell you something as complex as that. And guess what? It truly does not matter because she is his child. That is his child. Okay? And when Ryan tries to step in and be like the cool parent, the understanding parent, the loving parent, and Nancy instantly takes advantage of that, I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. See, that is a morally gray character. Nancy expressed wanting to know her birth origin so badly, but when actually faced with it, she's faced with the fact that she's half evil. Okay? And not even that. Oh my god. This show was handled so poorly. Because tell me why. Out of context, completely out of context, right? Why would you kidnap your billionaire grandfather? Why? Why? Even if you think he murdered his wife, like, and that's another thing, right? Nancy Drew is supposed to be a highly intellectual investigator. She is supposed to notice details and figure things out easier than other people will. However, my main pet peeve is that she accuses people so hard and so quickly. Like, bro, she will figure out one piece of the puzzle and then immediately run to the person and be like, you did it, you're a murderer, you're awful, you deserve to go to jail, what are you hiding, what are you hiding, what are you hiding? And it's like, girl, excuse, j'excuse? Oh, who's the global superstar? Carlton Herbert. He's kind of cute. He's kind of cute. You trying to be my next husband? Anais is immortal, by the way. She's very immortal. She's very close to aging up, but we'll just reset her age once again. Because that's how it's supposed to be. I also wanted to play around with the idea. Oh, girl, are you good? I wanted to play around with the idea of having a legacy where the founder stays alive and is with all the generations throughout. Girl, somebody, girl, wake up. We not in a good part of town for you to be doing all that. But, yell at. Why would you yell at him? I lost my whole train of thought. But Nancy is so quick to accuse that it kind of makes her a bad investigator, right? She's bad at coming up with lies on the spot. If you give her a second, she'll get it. But it's just like, girl. And it really is the breaking and entering part. It really is the breaking and entering, the oh my gosh, how could this have possibly happened? It's the fact that she don't be listening. It's like, girl, stop accusing people of murder. Stop accusing them of murder immediately. Pose for photos. Oh, period. 8 up, 8 down, 8 left, 8 right. Just straight up 8. I'm gonna save before I go to take screenshots. I no longer trust this game to work properly at all. Like I said, a whole hour of progress had been gone, and that was so crazy. I've since calmed down from that, but like not really. Girl, her whole head is twisted. Oh, I thought it screened out right then. I thought it screened out right then. Can you at least take a selfie with a fan? He's a fan. You not Kali, you colonizer. And play, he's overrated. Listen, you're not overrated. You're a fan of me. Sign autograph. Wow. Can we just click on them to pose? Threaten the paparazzi. Gesture wildly. Bribe to leave. Girl, just pose. Pose. Dun 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 dun. Pose. Yeah, you're pretty. Who are you? Deidre Garrett Gravald. Why can I not order drinks? There's a mixologist literally standing right there. Did we only come outside to like meet somebody? You know that we could use somebody. I was roaming around, always looking down at what I see. Anyways, this is why you can't take too many. This is why you can't take too many blinkers in a row. I didn't even do a blinker. But now I'm over here synopsizing what's in my kitchen fridge. Bro, the other day, I got a rotisserie chicken. Not me. My mother got it. Because I be eating her food. She got a rotisserie chicken. And I took the legs. And I made, like, pasta. Not with the meat. I added the meat to a pasta with some, like, tomato sauce. And some garlic that I fried. And it was so good, bro. It was so good. I ate that for, like, 2 days. And I'm thinking about it now. And I'm just like, damn. I'm too big. I'm too big at the moment. Like, if y'all don't know, I got whatever amount of health issues that I got. And my body does not react well to lots of unhealthy food at once. And since I just went grocery shopping, there's like cookies and cream, ice cream, and Oreos. Who the fuck are you whispering about? I will... You know what? You know what? Since y'all want to talk, you can be a fly on the wall. AKA, you can both be objects. Since y'all want to talk and whisper, you can both be objects. To me. To me, at least. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. Because I hate when somebody wants to whisper, whisper, whisper and think I don't hear them. Y'all, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Once upon a time, I was working for a company doing customer service over email, right? And we sat in that office every day. See? Y'all two rabbits. Y'all are two rabbits. Just two rabbits that I was gonna pick it up and sell. That's how cruel I was about to be. That's what y'all are. Some birds. Some rabbits. You're not even nothing for real. You not nothing. She didn't even get her drink. She didn't get a dricker. Våra dricker. Våra drinken men? Våra drinken men. Some of us are on beginning Norwegian. Which, if you didn't know, technically I have the fluency of a 2-year-old. So yeah. Call her multilingual. She can speak with the same diction as a toddler. Oh my gosh. Våra drinkar, ma'am. Y'all over here snapping pics. What you really need to be doing is looking up a picture of a recipe. Girl, it's not my fault that film didn't pay your bills. I don't know who you're yelling at, but it's doing too much. It's doing too much. We should have her home doing her whole super sim thing. But here's the thing. I said complete all aspirations. That includes the serial romantic. And I don't know how long Thiago has in this life. I'm predicting that when he gets like old, when he gets like a little too old, then we'll start like being like, oh my god, our soulmate. Let's complete the soulmate aspiration. And at the same time be cheating. Because guess what? Anais is not only the breadwinner, but the man of the house. Okay. She fixes every... Who washes the car? Our mom. Who our dad. That Powerpuff Girls meme. Well, who takes out the trash? Our dad. Who washed the car? Our dad. Who cooks dinner? Our dad. Who washed the car? Bubbles. It's the only thing that Bubbles do. And that's what I'm saying. We need to bring back kids shows with better lessons in them. Right? Because I've seen Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, right? F Daniel Tiger. I don't care about having beef with a child for real. I don't care about having beef with a child for real. I'm telling y'all right here and now, Daniel Tiger's a little bitch. I hate that little kid so much. And I hate that it's a common archetype for little boys to act horribly, right? And they always have a little toddler sister. They always have a little toddler sister that they want to put hands on. And I'm like, stop normalizing that. And then the parents are all gentle, being like, no, we shouldn't do that. What if somebody felt hurt? What if somebody, girl, tell that kid to their face, okay? Sometimes you just gotta be mean to the child for them to learn to stop being mean to others, okay? Because if it, let me just tell you, hey, our sister is here. It's Helen, otherwise known as our clone that we may or may not have stripped the life force of in order to preserve our own. Anyways, like, let's say a kid runs up to you, right? And they're like, teacher, not teacher, babysitter, person, probably first name. This boy called me ugly. He called me weird, right? And your first instinct may be to call that kid over and be like, hey, we don't call people weird names. No, F that. Call that kid over and call them ugly and weird, right? Just dead on. Be like, Daniel, come over here. You're ugly and you're weird. See, did that feel nice to be called that? No. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. But then again, as a parent, I'm not over here insulting my kids, right? Because we all know that kids mimic the behavior that they see. That's literally how they learn to interact with other people outside of the home. So if your kid is a jerk, maybe alter some of your behavior. Just saying. But some kids are really bad. Some kids are really bad. I've yet to meet a child who's genuinely bad, who isn't a reflection of exactly what's going on at home. Even them little psychopathic boys that we see that end up doing some really heinous things, right? Like that one interview with that little boy that was like, he stood up and got up at the interviewer and was like, and what are you gonna do about it? Mind you, he's 10, right? Even when she's sitting down, he can barely get a head over her. And she just sat there and she's like, now Tyler, can you please sit down? Well, we noted that this little boy, he has some aggressive tendencies and a hatred towards women. No shot, he assaulted a little girl. That little boy literally assaulted a little girl. If you don't get your ass up and literally buck up at that little boy, he acts like that because he has been taught at home that that is how you interact with people. That is how it's okay to interact with people. Why on earth would a child ever be comfortable bucking up at an adult? And I'll tell you why. It's because he's got a mother somewhere that lets him do whatever he wants. Okay, and we're not gonna make commentary about race, even though we very much could, but all I'm saying is, let a little black boy buck up at an adult like that. Let a little black boy do that. Oh my gosh, in a black household, you get popped so hard, they'd have to call CPS. The neighbors would just hear the reverberation off the walls. My goodness, and I'm not saying you should hit children when you do something bad. What I am saying is, stand on business. As adults, most good-natured adults will naturally be a lot softer with kids, right? You'll be a lot like, hey, we need to understand this. When a kid bucks up at you, buck up back. Okay, she should have stood to her full height and been like, and what? And what? I would have stood at full height, literally looked down on him as I cast my shadow and been like, who the fuck did you get up at? Who did you just get up at? Who? I'd love to know. See, and that's why I don't understand why some grown adults will be out here walking around being like, oh my god, I'm so afraid of teenagers. I see a pack of teenagers out in the wild and I'm just so scared. Girl, there's one of them that's insecure that her shirt is 2 inches too short. I don't give no about no teenager. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, and when I tell you I don't care, it's because I do not. I do not care. Okay, talking about teenagers are out in public whispering about you. Okay, girl, they don't know about taxes yet. Okay, they don't know about taxes. If it was another grown adult whispering, yeah, okay, I'm gonna be a little heated about that. I'm gonna be like, oh, y'all so weird. But teenagers, oh my gosh, I encounter a group of teenagers, but they're so mean. I don't care. They're all insecure. They're all insecure. They're all insecure. And then it's like, oh, modern teenagers, they fight, they buck up, they this, they that, they this, they that. They're insecure. Insult them. And it's like there's so many problems with modern day. It's because I'm gonna be real with you. The way that modern day high schools and K through 12 is should have been phased out a long time ago for something that was a lot more cross collaborative. Okay, the system of having y'all sardine into a classroom to just inject information as quickly and as much as possible and then judging you based off of how much support your environment can offer is stupid. Okay, I don't care, girl. I don't care. Go spend time with whoever you want. But it's just like it reminds me of like it's really popular. It's hard to miss right now. The turtle and the bunny dance right now that's really popular, and people are being like, oh, it's about the naturally gifted kids versus the kids who are just normal or maybe a little bit slow. And I'm like, that's the catch 22. There is no such thing as being naturally smart. But there is such a thing as having an environment that supports your growth and development versus one you have to struggle against, right? Those kids, it wasn't that, right? It wasn't that, oh, kids who are naturally smart, they have to keep up. No, even when you look at the lyrics, it's about kids who have the resources to succeed versus kids who do not. Those who may come from lower income families, the turtles not being given the same. What the hell are you asking to meet my son at a park for? Sister, ew. Sister, get it handled. But I don't think it's about naturally gifted versus naturally stupid, but that's the impression that the modern day school system will have you believe, that if somebody is excelling, it is purely because they are naturally good at school. That is very incorrect. That is incredibly incorrect. Okay, why is everybody calling up my Sims? Girl, it's gonna take me to her lot, isn't it? Ruby Sapphire accepted the invite but now needs to find a way out of here. Girl, you can just walk through the front door. You can just walk through the front door. Trying to leave and hope nobody catches her. Clicking on the ground or an openable window. Girl, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. You can go hang out with your friends. I don't think anybody is really bent about that, and neither of your parents actually really care where you are at any given time. Like I said, Anais does not care. She does not care. These kids are purely because Thiago wanted them. Thiago wanted kids because he wants a big happy family, and even I saw it just then. It replaced this whim where he like wanted another kid, but it's like, girl, do you see want another kid time and energy? Like, we had to stuff 2 of them in one room, and he kept being like, have another one. Have another one. Have another one. Like, let's not. How about let's not? How about let's not? But back to the conversation about the turtles and the bunnies, right? It was just funny to me to see that they're like, oh, the rabbits, they're naturally smart. They go faster. And even though they want to stop and have time to play, they can't. And it's like, no. The whole thing is that they're able to stop at all without fear of being left behind. And it's not just about intelligence, it's about who's given what. Who's given what? Because like the bunnies aren't depicted as being naturally smarter. Otherwise, they wouldn't have stopped their playing at all. But what you will notice is that they all go by the same traffic light. They all have to follow the same traffic light. They're all in the same race, right? The bunnies, quote unquote, have it easier, right? They're from wealthier families who can afford nannies and tutors and after school clubs and support in the environment. Girl, leave us alone. Helen, leave us alone. You trying to invite out everybody in this daggone house. Please. Leave us alone. The bunnies could be like kids who can afford the newest school supplies, the newest clothes. They have the space to be a kid. But then you have the turtles who may come from lower income families. They may not be able to afford tutors and may have to, help with their family's income. That's what it reads as some kids are able to literally skate by, going faster in life, being able to stop. But guess what? They're still having to compete against the turtles. If they were naturally smart, there would be no competition, would there? There would be no running. Everybody would be trying to go the exact same speed, I guess, but it's like you're not naturally dumb is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people tried to be like, oh, this is a representation. I was totally a turtle. I'm naturally dumb. I'm naturally stupid. No, baby. You just did not have the resources that specifically tailored to what you would have needed. It's uneven distribution. It's uneven quality. For example, right, in Nancy Drew, we have Nancy, who both of her parents were lawyers before her mom got cancer. Both of her parents are lawyers. They have this nice house. She is able to basically go to any college she wants. She worked her job just literally so she had something to do that wasn't going to college. Like, she was basically middle class. But then we have George, who literally had to fight for everything that she has, for the restaurant, for her siblings to be doing good in school, for her mom to remain sober. For George, she didn't get any of that high school experience that Nancy did. And Nancy has the luxury of dilly-dallying off on a new mystery, a new adventure, a new quest, whenever it presents itself, whenever she feels like going on a new thing. He's about to ask a question, isn't he? Someone said eating dirt was okay. Don't eat dirt. Please don't. Please don't eat dirt. That's a little too much for today, okay? But it's like, Nancy can afford to dilly-dally off. Meanwhile, every other episode, George is literally at her wit's end, worried about the restaurant, worried about keeping her home, keeping her siblings safe. Is it really that Nancy is just naturally smarter? Nancy is... Ow. Girl, what is that? That's how you know I'm getting old. Because my body just be making weird noises and weird phenomenon for no reason. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, that's so adorable. Period. Interracial couple. Period. He said, just like my mom and my dad, except I think Thiago is South American because his original last name was Rico, and Anais is an eldritch being from another dimension. So there's that. There's that. I do want them to have more kids just because Anais is so beautiful that I need more Sims that look like her. But also, that's such an odd thing to say. But anyways, this is why I hadn't done the current household earlier, because most of this household is just sitting down and watching Anais do her stuff while the other Sims do what they do in the background. I just let them do whatever the heck they want. Whatever the frizzle frazzle frickin' frackin' pradle packin' brickle brackle they want to do, all that Hoboken, they can do whatever. Okay, hence why I kept putting more and more stuff in this house for them to do, which I find it crazy that, like, I put all this stuff and yet they still crowd specifically around Anais. She's a mother for real. She's a mother. No drama. I'm a mother. No drama. Ugh, but if you watch Nancy Drew, just keep in mind, watch it as if multiple different people took over this project and all of them had a very different idea of what the series finale's mystery should be. Just keep in mind they all had very drastically different ideas. There are plot holes and unfinished things everywhere, but honestly, the CW is like The Sims. You love it so much because the structure of what's there is so great, is so amazing. But then they just ruin it. Then they just tank it because they couldn't carry it through, and you're like, what the frick frack happened? What happened? I know it's so gone, and I'm so far gone. Don't need a metaphor for you to know that I'm miserable. I'm serious, guys. I think I may have bronchitis. My chest hurts. But at the same time, it's like, bro, bigger fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry. I have that fun type of anxiety that like manifests in my body. So it's really like a fun toss up between whether my body is just reacting to some emotional state or I'm genuinely ill. And that's probably going to be my last words. Honestly, I shouldn't joke about that because RIP to Taylor Gaming because she passed. And it's like, why is everybody dying this year? I feel like this year we have more death announcements than previous years. Remember when it used to be news that somebody passed away? You're telling me that both Ozzy Osbourne and Jane Goodall passed in the same year? Really? Really? That both Betty White and Stephen Hawking went in the same year? Y'all were planning it. Y'all were planning it. It's so stupid. Oh my gosh. It's never anyone we dislike. Actually. Actually, y'all know they like to fire folks for having to say it. But all I can say is humanity has a very, very, very violent history. And when we do not rectify the systems of inequality that have become from that history, we cannot expect to act as if that history never happened. If you do not want violence in this world, you need to address what causes the violence. Sadness over death is normal. However, so is critical thinking, bro. Y'all don't cry over killing a bug that bit you, do you? No, no, you don't. Hey, she hit level 10 of the painting skill. Does she earn logic now? That would be nice if some skills overflowed into others, so it's not just like completely useless. I know it's so gone, but I'm so far gone. Like sometimes it's okay that bad people pass away. In Nancy Drew, this takes the form of what is it? What's his last name? Everett. What is their last names of the rich family in Nancy Drew? When Everett dies, right? When his wife dies, it's kind of sad because she was a bad person, but she got amnesia and was genuinely like, oh, I'd love to be a grandmother. Oh, it showed her true nature was not evil, right? And I can tell you, no human's true nature is that of evil, right? No human's true nature is that of true greed, selfishness, and evil. Those things are learned behaviors. They are taught. They are taught. And if you're gonna say no, 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 some kids just have something wrong with them. Some kids are just evil. Some kids just need more understanding. Some kids just needed more resources. Some kids just needed somebody to understand that humans express themselves in odd ways, okay? And I know you're going to bring up the example of, what about insert little boy here who's killing animals, right? I'll take the first example as like Joffrey from Game of Thrones. He literally, I'm not going to tell you what he did, but he unalived a cat. And he showed it to his father, and his father literally beat him. And how can you look at that and be like, no, it's because Joffrey is sick, demented, and twisted, and not, hey, this is obviously an environment where this child needs to act out in incredibly inappropriate ways in order to receive at least some attention, some care, some loving, some understanding. You can say that Cersei paid attention to him, but let's be honest, every time Cersei looked at that boy, it was with a deep sense of resentment. What she had for Joffrey was resentment, okay? She loved Tommen and Myrcella because they were not anything like her. They were not anything like Lannisters. They were sweet and docile. They were calm. They were innocent. And despite Joffrey's evil, they were still kind-hearted. They were not cruel. But to that I say, Cersei, you're over here doing your brother. Do you not think that that maybe contributes to how you parent this child that is your brother's spawn? But I know what you're gonna say. No. But my brother, when he was little, he unalived this. I mean, first of all, y'all have to understand that children do not understand the concept of life and death. They don't truly understand the gravity of it. That comes with life experience. She's done with, oh no, she just became a celebrity. If she's a level 10 and she's a celebrity and we have every booster in the world to make her stuff better quality, riddle me this, Batman. Why does she not have the last masterpiece? I will never know. The career jumpstart would be very helpful. I don't care about the agency, but I do care about receiving gifts and presents. Energy boost energy and host marathon streams. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. She finally has a neutral reputation. Don't do drugs, kids. They're serious. She's a 4-star celebrity. Now she walks around with a shine. I'm a mother star. Look at the rims on the car. Rag City. Everybody still sings Rag City. And if you don't, you need to. Rag City A. I don't agree with how them women are fighting on social media. It just gets comical at some point. Especially when they're like, your kids are ugly. And it's like, okay, they're children. So what now? So what now that you have insulted somebody that can't fight back? Trust me, in about 10 years, they're gonna have the comeback of a century and you're not even gonna hear it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Get off the drugs. Get off Twitter. I really dislike Twitter. Girl, show it off in front of everybody. Who cares? She won an Excellence Bunny Award. Understandable. All of my children do. Tiago, there is a mess on the ground. See, what I tell y'all, he's always on that daggone gaming mat. He's the worst housewife ever, I swear to you. He's the worst housewife. Even when we had our little baby selenite downstairs, he'd constantly be up here trying to be on the gaming mat again. Like, can you do something about that? Rev. Oh my gosh. She's supposed to be able to create a high skill everything. But where are the masterpieces, you may ask? None to be found. None to be found. Does this hot pot work? Go make some sukiyaki. I want to see if it works. Where the is Saki? She's waiting down at the lobby. I'm trying to break it down, yeah, baby. Turn up the lobby. I like to dance when I party. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I like to dance when I party. Why? Who's calling me? Olive Tinker passed away? No! The world is an awful place. Who the is Olive Tinker? Who is that?
Oh, tell a Jim Whipsy.
Dang. Rip to the real genius. She believed that practice made perfect. Oh, he can use the hot pot when it's off a table. I was not quite sure that that would work. But, you know, I would kill for a rice cooker in The Sims. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My Sims would be using it like crazy. I am a rice fiend. You know that one TikTok where it's somebody's brother just literally eating plain white rice with sauce on it? That's me. That's me. All the ladies with the bad tummies know what it is. All the ladies with the bad tummies know about that. Know about the rice get down. Rice and poorly seasoned chicken. That's the get down for this IBS. I don't know. I deeply feel like I don't really have health issues. It's just simply because my body is like, oh, we're not actively going through trauma. Well, now is the perfect time to try and release all of the energy from that trauma. And I will say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it again. You may not think that magic and all of that has real world basis, but that's kind of just, think of it more this way. Science and spirituality are cousins who live on the opposite sides of town. While I don't like that that's glitching out. What, is it gonna crash? We've been sitting here literally doing nothing and we're already experiencing glitches. So funny. Where's that one guy that was like, if you don't want to update your mods, then you're just gonna have a broken game. Then you're just gonna have a broken game. I blocked that man because he annoyed me. He annoyed me with that. You're stupid. Blah 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 blah. All I hear is blah blah. By the way, this is Ruby's best friend. Kind of. They're kind of friends. She's her only friend, but she constantly wants to, like, not be friends with her. Boy, why are you stealing things again? Oh, we have another project. Y'all didn't finish the last one, but okay. Why is your project destroyed, and why do you just have a picture of blackness? That's not very, I like to are you joking, Selenite? So he's the one who's been doing this. Get your ass off the gaming thing and come discipline recent behavior, punish. You're on a timeout. Are you going to work? Oh shoot. I forgot. She needs to go to work. She still needs to do careers as part of her aspiration. Because once she gets the last masterpiece, we're going to move on to food. And then we're going to bounce. Then we're going to go here. Then we're going to go there. Then we're going to go. Then we're going to do this. And then we're going to do that. Oh. She's already on the. I guess you've had the last laugh. I'm sorry if I seem uninterested. No, I'm not interested. No, I just came to kick it. But really, I would rather be at home all by myself, not in this room. But, oh, he's literally going to sit on his mess in timeout. Oh, we literally can't talk to him. Yeah, actually, you're on timeout. You are on timeout. For spilling chocolate and flour everywhere. I don't know what's wrong with you. Okay, that's probably Anais' genes. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably her genes. I kind of want to creep on them and see what they do while she's not home, other than making a freaking mess. Who ate the other udon? There's still more udon. Or there's not. That's gonna get stinky because none of them are gonna clean it out. This is Beatrice. She's so pretty. She's a Laurent. I suspect that about 3 generations, maybe 1 or 2 have gone by in the save, and Jasper's taken a bath. Okay, now tell him to clean that up. Can you get off the gaming mat and please be a parent? Oh my goodness. Influence 2. Actually, no, forced to clean up. Because that was like actually so ridiculous that you would do that, Onyx. Not Onyx. Why did I give these kids 2 last names? I wanted to name him Selenite Granite. So let's be lucky that I didn't have the room. No, my teenager does not want to join your dive club. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. But she needs to study for her finals as well. Please do your homework. Don't cancel out your homework. Please, I beg of you. Please. First of all, judge your own decor, man. Once you start making the money, you can judge the decor. Help with her homework. And then she's gonna go study. Because then she's gonna get the frick-frack out of our house when she ages up to go live her own life. And that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. Even though it's like, if we're going by legacy, the other kids get kicked out, not her. I still haven't figured out how, why, when I'm gonna do with this save. But that does not matter. Sometimes life does not need to be figured out. Sometimes it just needs to be experienced, examined, and then integrated. Where's the child that brought home the dirty dishes? There he is. He's always doing that. Girl, why do you have a tub of ice cream? See, every time I check his pockets, it's something new. I know he has the klepto trait, but like, could you at least steal something like useful? Could you steal something that we all want? Steal something that is gonna make us some money, or... There he go. The second that he could, he was on that mat. He was on that mat again. You don't even want to take care of your kids, man. You just want to be on that mat, stacking them blocks. Father, can you hear me? Father! Father! He cannot hear. Cannot hear. Anyways, he's in the bath again, isn't he? I hate that y'all take baths and we have 2 fully upgraded showers. Like, that's just a little bit insane to me. Girl, where's your bestie? Go bitch, go bestie. Can't with these, because they messy. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh. Go bitch, go bestie. Can't with these, cause they messy. Go bestie. Can't with these, cause they messy. Go bestie. That my motherfucker. Go bestie. That my motherfucker. Go bestie. That. Wait a minute. I'm not even blurring out the cuss words. What's the point of censoring myself if I'm not even gonna do the cuss words? Boy, oh my gosh. I'm getting banned. Though I watched somebody, I literally watched a YouTube video today, and he said the F word. Blatantly. He just said the F word. And he didn't even say F or frickin'. He said fuck. I'm joking with you. I'm joking. Did you study for your exam? She's fully prepared. Great, because she's our prodigy. She's gonna be our little, like, musical genius. That whole music room was for her. Promoted to the mixologist. Well, girl, you were supposed to choose the other branch. So, how does that happen? I wonder. Anyways, I'm gonna take a blinker, but I'm not gonna mute the mic. Do a full blinker. Finish a painting. Finish a painting. Will you go finish a painting? waiting for that cough. I knew it was coming. I love how Jasper is like trying to speed run all the skills. He's a level 10 in his motor skill. Good for him. Motor sport. Put that thing in sport. Level 7 in violin is crazy. What does the other one do? He's just real social. He's mid. When do these kids age up? Because I know we have to reset Anais before then. So we may just do that now, actually. Because every time Anais resets, I give her a little makeover. I'm not ready for Jasper to be an adult. I'm not an adult, a teenager. He's so huff and mad. Go take that energy upstairs. Wait a minute, you're not even playing for no reason. We just need one more masterpiece, please, Anais. I'm sick of painting as much as you are. I'm sick of it as much as you are, girl. I'm gonna save. Because every time you forget when the last time you saved is when you need to save again. This ish is not crashing on me this time. I'll tell you what. Oh, my arms are tired. Hey! We finally did it. Aspiration complete. She can make emotional art regardless of emotion or art. Should we just have her just take a potion, girl? Just take a potion. Okay, so the next thing, first of all, we got to get her prepared for work. That's part of also why I had her do the whole spellcaster thing very early, because I just wanted, go instant upgrade this. I wanted her to have like a plethora of ways to refill her needs. Let me tell you, the journey to becoming a master spellcaster, horrendous, crazy. Everybody hated her for the longest time and we could not get the final spell. At some point, Fiago himself was cursed and we didn't have a potion and he was just forever stinky. That's the real reason why they don't have 2 more kids, because Thiago was stunk. He was just stungly. Okay, Atticus, you keep having to have everybody join this little dive club, and I'm telling you right now, I don't want to be a part of it. Are y'all in a good mood? Girl, take a shower. Use the bathroom before your brothers wake up. Actually, I'm gonna wake him up early. I want them to have like a good day at school so they can come back and like have fun at home instead of like being miserable. And being like, wah, 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 wah. We're out of needs. We want to spend time. I don't. I should be completing the parenting aspiration with them, but here's the thing. I don't want to right now. I don't want to. I'd rather rack up the parenting skill and then have another child to just get it all completed with. Even though technically we could complete some of these. Super parent, she got a little bit. Successful lineage, no. Big happy, no. And I don't know how we're gonna do the occult things. I don't know how that's gonna go. If we're gonna have her like literally renounce her spellcastership, but I hope not. Actually, we have a potion for this too. Nimble mind. Where is it? Here it is. Drink this. It'll make her skill gain a lot faster. Just go a lot faster. Hey girl, I can tell you need to use the bathroom, but it's very flattering that you came to eat with me first. Please do not pee yourself. It's okay, just leave it. Just use the bathroom. It's gonna be a lot more problematic if you have to. Girl, get something to eat. Go get breakfast. You're over here like shaking a leg, grooving and moving, when in reality, you need to get to scootin' and scootin'. I don't even know if the boys completed their homework. They didn't. They straight up didn't. That's fantastic. School for them starts in an hour. Are you... this sink shouldn't even be able to break. It's fully upgraded. Repario. That's also why she has both handiness and the spell casting. We have a choice as to what we will engage in. We have a choice. Yeah, it has sturdy faucets. How many times did you have to use these faucets for them to break? Aww. They all are in the room with Iago as he's sleeping. They're like, we shouldn't disturb Mom while she's doing her skill gain. Side note, I did not dress these kids. However they're dressed when they age up is however they're dressed. If it's not like crazy inappropriate, then I won't change it. Which I don't know. I feel very weird about Ruby wearing that dress because it's low cut. And it comes up real high. And that's not really appropriate for a teenager. But she's about to age up in like 2 seconds. Actually, I just don't feel like changing her outfit. Yeah, we know you're mean. We know. She's very mean to everybody. Why are you going to Lowe's when you should be at work? Mother, it's 1 in the afternoon on a Friday. Why are you at Lowe's? Okay. Wait, if she's out, does that mean we're getting lunch? Wait a minute. These are important questions that must be asked. It's the obligatory, my mother is out. Can you actually... Shh. She's gonna say no, because she just went grocery shopping. She's gonna say no. I want Taco Bell. I want a big burrito. I love how Thiago woke up and he's like, oh, I'll have breakfast with the kids. Which I think, speaking of breakfast with the kids, I do believe that... Nope, there's still a ton of food in here that y'all need to eat. Ton of food in here. Ton. But anyways, let's get a nice reset. And let's get her a makeover when this potion runs out, because I don't want to... For another 2 hours. I hate that it kept closing. Boy, I'm trying to look at it. It's 2 hours. I find that crazy that it... Like, if I'm clicking to expand it, why would you delete it? That's crazy. Send the other kid. I didn't even read it. We encourage creativity in this house. I don't even know what they said. I just knew a choice was in front of me and I had to make it. Follow the plan. Dang. Performance loss. Which is crazy because I don't really work on these kids much. But Ruby is like naturally a straight A student. Maybe she's going to be like the valedictorian. See, this is, and you question why your oldest child is mean. It's because you're mean. You're mean. Your child is mean because you're mean. She's the original Meanie Hut Jr. I'll tell you, she's the original meanie, okay? Constantly chastising folks. When Ruby was a kid, she'd be like, stop talking to me. I'm busy. All that. Oh, her potion ran out. Her potion ran out. It's time for her birthday. Drink a potion. Please don't get cursed. Actually, I'm gonna save. Okay. Time for her to age down. It's almost Jasper's birthday, but it is not hers. Oh, did we not create a clone this time? Because last time she separated into a whole different person. And that's how we have Helen. Okay. I thought this was going to be a big dramatic thing, but okay, no. Since she's rejuvenated, let's rejuvenate it. She is going to go change her outfit. Oh my gosh, not the walk. Why you got the walk too? Oh my gosh. For a second, I did not realize that that was Thiago. I thought that was just some man. I thought that was just some individual in our home. Okay, this is about to be the fastest makeover that you've ever seen in your life. Because I just want something that screams classy. She's at the point in her life where she's made a bit more money, right? She can afford a bit nicer of things, a bit nicer quality things. So she's dressing a little bit more, I don't know, more nicer, more nicely, more expensive, less expressive, I'd say. Maybe even a little bit more colorful, less colorful. I don't know. Anais is so pretty. She's so pretty. This shade of pink is insane. I love it. I love it. She had afro textured hair before, so I don't know. Should we just go full? We're not at the point where we can just casually start wearing evening gowns regularly. I feel like that's not the economic spot we're in, but I do want it to like reflect that. It's about to be summer soon, so she does need something a bit cooler. But we do need something that's a bit like classy. Ooh. Stop playing with them. Plus, like, mentally, she's a little bit older. You know? Age is but a state of mind. Unless it comes to a court of law, then it is a measurement of time. I think that green coat goes with her colors, but this one just matches her so well. Why is it given? It's raining, man. Ayy. Holla, ayy. It's raining, man. Ayy. Amen. Ayy. I'm talking tall, short, blonde. The other one, absolutely soaking wet. By the way, that song was 100% about being a hoe. It was 100% about being outside and being a hoe. And nobody's... Oh, girl, do you not wear a wedding ring? How long have y'all been married? That's your right hand, not your left. Actually, no. Girl, I'm literally looking at my left hand right now. She's gonna get a pink ring because, honestly, it's Anais. Why would she not have a pink ring? Duh. A hot pink ring, too. Period. And Thiago, do you wear... Nope. Why would he? That would require for me to remember that they have to wear rings. And now they're married, even though they've been married for what must be like 2 decades. A full 2 decades. When I'm telling you, Thiago would not leave her alone. This man was in love with her from day one. From day one, he was just like always coming over. Whenever he came over, he flirted. He asked her to marry. And even when she not cheated on him, they have a very open relationship. They just don't have the time for other people. You know? They just don't have the time for other people. Hey, she aced her exam. And she came home early. Feeling distant and will prefer to be alone. I feel that, girl. I feel that. I feel that. I hate y'all so much. But since we have the money to upgrade the house... Okay, hypothetically, where would we put a baby's room? By the way, Ruby's room is supposed to be obnoxiously big because her personality is obnoxiously big. We have this whole lot, and I do not want to go up a floor. So, maybe if we just dent the hallway in and keep it going, then we can add another room. The boys share a room because originally I meant for... First of all, I made this whole room so that we could have 1 child, not 2. But I'm gonna shrink their room a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna shrink this room. This is also why I don't have yeah, that's it. I just don't have it. I just ain't got it. I don't have the roof situation figured out because I'm constantly changing the outside and then I'm not happy with the outside, so then I just don't do the roof. I do what brings me joy in this world, and I will not let you guys tell me that I'm not happy, or whatever that thing is. Listen, I did not watch Euphoria. Okay, I tuned in and I saw teenagers getting busy I saw teenagers getting busy and doing drugs, and I'm like, no, we already have a million other series like this. We don't need another teenagers do drugs, get busy show. Okay, we had Vampire Diaries for that. We had Gossip Girl for that. And we honestly, like, Ginny and Georgia is a good representation of what actual teenagers are like, without the perverted lens of a grown man being like, wouldn't it be hot if we had them? No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't. It would not be hot. It'd be nasty. And I don't support that. I don't support teens doing drugs, having sex. Y'all need to chill out. Look at this gradient. I want yellow for it to be like, oh, they don't know the gender of the baby and they're not adopting this time, so there's no way for them to know. But like, at the same time, please don't let it be a boy. I don't want another boy. I want a girl. We're gonna make this room as if they're gonna have a girl, because I want another girl, so that way it can be even. I don't want another boy. In fact, if they have a boy, he's going to be trans. That's how much I don't want another boy. That I'm predetermining. I am predetermining your sexuality before you even get here. Oh, a little cozy seating area. Just some little decoration. Hey. Put it in the corner. Put it in the corner. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. I typically don't play with move objects because I don't need it. I like my stuff spaced out. I like being able to see it. I don't like cramming them all together because it's like, oh, I want the chair here, right here next to the other chair. Okay, now the Sims can't sit in it. And that defeats the entire purpose. Like, the entire purpose for me. Anyways, I'm a Leo. You can't convince me to do anything that I have already predetermined that I will not do. That's really the crux of it. That's really the crux of it, of me trying to be like, hey, I play a certain way. I don't play the way you do, so that won't work for me. And then being like, oh, well, guess you're gonna do it our way anyways. And it's like, I'll fuck your father. How about that? I'll fuck your father. And you could say, oh, you don't take criticism. Oh, you don't take criticism. Girl, why are you a source of criticism? Do not flatter yourself so heavily to which you lose sight of the plot. Like I said, I don't use bb.move objects because I don't have a need to. I have alt. But that's really the problem in most video gaming communities, if you think about it. People develop a superiority complex because most people who play video games are fucking losers. Sorry, dorks. Sorry. Losers and dorks. Okay? Me included. Okay? I am a little bit dorkish. And that is not a crime to admit. But some of y'all with your actually syndrome is gonna get you actually popped in the fucking face. Like, stop cussing, I'm gonna get banned. They're gonna ban me. They're gonna be like, you swear too much. Which, like, bro, I get that in my regular life. Like, oh my god. And listen here, I don't even be talking that much in real life for people to be like, stop swearing. Okay, then I'll stop talking in general because I don't care. I genuinely don't. As a grown adult, I hate those people who are like, I really don't like swearing. I don't like swearing. Oh my goodness. Oh, as women, we shouldn't be calling each other the B word. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Men don't have the discourse of whether or not they call each other mother. You know, why is it only discourse when a woman needs to express discontent? That's what I'm questioning. As women, we shouldn't be calling each other the B word. That's so derogatory. Okay, I call everybody a okay? In fact, I would go so far as to argue that the connotative meaning that the connotative association with the word bitch is actually gender neutral. Anybody of any age or any gender can be a bitch. It's really not gendered. It just happens to be targeted at women, right? I'll happily call men jizz. I'll happily do it to their face. I laugh about it. Like, sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm bisexual. I could really date a man right now. And then I get around men and I'm like, wow, it's so easy to hurt your feelings. It's so easy to I should rephrase that before I get canceled. It's so easy to just not just get under their skin, but not give a about it too, because for some reason, the male population that I have encountered truly believes in their heart of hearts that I will just back down eventually and be docile. That eventually they will win this argument like they have with other people. Oh no, no, hun. Oh no, no, you ain't met me. I grew up with all women. I grew up with 2 Capricorns and a Scorpio. You either stand on business or you get made a fool of, okay? I have to stand on business based on birthright, girl. I can't. I have to stand on business based on birthright. I can't keep just letting it slide. Because here's the thing. When you let men insult you, they summon each other and they're like, oh, this girl, she can be insulted. She can be insulted. We can all get at that. We can all get at that. And it's like, girl, they don't know about me. They don't know about me. They need to ask my male friends. They need to do they need to do a wellness check for my male friends because I bully men. It's my favorite pastime. As a woman, I feel like the only reparations I get in this world are just being a little shitty towards men. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay to be a little shitty sometimes. You just have to choose who you're shitty towards. Okay? And honestly, I say it's towards men. It could just be towards anybody. Anybody can come get this attitude. I really don't care. Because I don't know if y'all understand this. Most of the time, I'm very docile. Most of the time, I'm not even speaking. When I hop up on this here mic, it's when I get to yapping because I just stream of consciousness. You're literally just hearing my subconscious thoughts. My subconscious thoughts. But for some reason, people in the real world seem to think that my quietness equals docileness. They don't even know that I used to throw books at people. Oh my god, they don't even know that I tried to throw a chair multiple times at people. Listen, I have upper body strength, that of a regular man, okay? We don't need to encourage me. And by the way, I'm not making a nursery for this kid because I don't play with toddlers and infants anymore. I don't care about that life stage, and I'm tired of pretending that I do because I deeply don't, and I don't care. I don't play with them at all. I age them up straight to children, just like how it was when the game dropped originally. This room is so unbearably cute. I hope that it's a boy, just so that our blatant I hope that it's a girl, so that our blatant favoritism, isn't that obvious. Because I just didn't want to decorate these two's rooms. I'm not feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. They got a couch in their room. Okay, Ruby got her music stuff in the bigger room. They got bunk beds so they don't have nightmares. This kid is actually, we need to put a light so they don't have nightmares. Nightmare. Nightmare. I'm your nightmare. Nightmare. Sometimes I think I would be a good singer if I actually tried, but the need to be comical the second I hear myself mess up is just too strong. Can y'all try for a baby in your own shower? Let's not do that in the kids shower, cuz that's kind of nasty. That's like straight sick nasty. Like, let's not. Are you going to Yo! Ah! No! I did not mean for her to walk in on that. That's so straight up nasty. Girl, she's gonna need therapy. She's gonna need therapy because they're in the next room. She's gonna need some intense therapy. Like, go play the piano. Go be a sad creative. Make money off of it. I don't have my headphones on, so I have no idea if you can hear their escapades. But I'm not thinking about it because that's kind of gross. That's kind of super gross. Hopefully she didn't see anything. Food fight. What a natural leader. Because I know he started it. Please, with his mean ass sister, he started it. Oh, you want to go dancing? Don't you think you've done enough shimmying? I think you've moved your hips quite enough. Drop it low and pick it up just like this, and I'ma hold you down like I'm giving lessons in physics. Like, so you wanna bat like me? Drop it low and pick it up just like this, eh? So we need to throw a dinner party. No, get rid of that talk like a pirate day. Wherever prank day is too, wherever prank day is, I'm watching. Cause I hate prank day. I hate prank day. And I hate that neighborhood brawl thing. Like, why would y'all put neighborhood brawl? Why are we going out there squaring up? Oh, wait, no. Doesn't she have prom? Prom is tomorrow. We're actually gonna have her go to prom. Randomly. Just because I know she may. Okay, homeboy, are you cheating? Why does your phone keep ringing off the hook? And yet, nobody's ever on the other line. Talking about some, do you like scary movies? No. Click. Bye. And that's why I would survive the movie Scream. Because I wouldn't have even picked up the phone. I would know. See, my grandma, she had one of them landlines, but it didn't have the line. It was one of them house phones, the wireless landlines. So whenever that thing rang, we just looked at it and didn't pick it up. And then my grandma would look at the number and then she'd walk away to call them back on some sneaky stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's real sneaky. Where's Helen? Oh, there she is. I literally looked past her because I thought that was Anais. I would have liked having another twin. That would have been nice because now our urn looks weird. I planned for it to be like a series of like, we can't invite her best friend Bernadette. Wow, that's shady. We're not gonna invite Mika. We know Rachel, and I think we know Angelica. And the caterer is going to be Anais. See, this is also why I don't upload my houses to the gallery, because once I have the inside down, there is no guarantee that the outside will even look correct. Okay, there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. She is gonna make, first of all, she needs to form a group. A group of no one. So we're actually just going to serve not that kind of serve. Girl, what are you wearing? What kind of party is this? Why is he matching you? Y'all coordinated on the stupidity? I need to have her take off the fame shine, use your normal walk. Thiago is constantly trying to be all up in her biznatch. And I love that Helen showed up wearing the exact same thing. We twinning for real. We twinning for real. We twinning. Twinner. We are twinner. See, I still do remember some Norwegian. I still remember. I love that you're just grabbing drinks from our fridge as if this is just some free range fridge. As if ain't nothing going on. Y'all sitting at the bar like I'm gonna serve you. Hello, it's me. Hello, it's me. I'm that. Hey. Okay, ma'am, are you picking up food or not? Like, you texted me that you're going to Lowe's, and that's like a very random thing to say if you're not gonna be like, oh, and it's by the Miguel's, do you want something? Like, girl, you left at like 10 a.m. this morning and it's 1 p.m. You did not go to Lowe's. You do not have to lie. Sometimes I think that my mother be going on dates, but just like at weird times, so she can hide it, so I won't question it. But it's like, girly pop, you talk on the phone very loudly and she uses speakerphone. And she uses speakerphone, so it's like, do you think I don't know what a man's voice sounds like? Follow-up question, do you not think that I don't know what your male best friend of 20 years' voice actually sounds like? Cause I know what that sounds like, and that wasn't the man on the phone. I have all the business in the world to mind, however. Ain't no need to lie. Ain't no need to lie. If you think I'm gonna judge your relationship choices, mayhaps you should reconsider that man then. Perhaps you should reconsider that man. Okay? And you may be thinking, why are you all up in her dating life? Girl, it's because did you steal another pile of dishes? It's because that becomes my business and my problem when stuff happens. You would not understand unless you were raised by a single parent as to why I literally know everything about this woman. You wouldn't know. Like, you wouldn't know. It's not the same type of family. Nightmare, I'm your nightmare, I'm your nightmare. Tiago, can you call everybody to a meal? She made squash and everything. Take a pregnancy test. It would be so awkward if she wasn't pregnant and we just made that whole room up there. And that was like completely Well, I'll be damned. Gucci! This may just become Selenite's room. It's crazy that we literally have a better room for our imaginary child than we do for our real ones. But you know what? One of the boys is gonna move into here once Ruby moves. So technically, it's not that bad. Thank your guests for coming. Thank you. More than 3 people are eating right now, so I don't know what you're talking about. Make some coffee or some tea. We're gonna brew a pot of some spice. Actually, no, that's not tea. It's gonna be like, that's not tea. That's not tea. You can't make that. Make some Earl Grey. Hot tamale. Hot tamale. Hot tamale. Hot tamale. Let's tell some stories. Make it funny. Describe the robot invasion. Perfect. Our robot overlords will be pleased. Our robot overlords will be pleased to hear that. Oh my god. Who's making popcorn? Helen, I swear you better not be making ice cream. You better not be making no ice cream, Helen. Okay, I'm warning you. This is a nice dinner party. Was she supposed to get at least a silver? At least a silver. At least a silver, so we're good. We're good. played Stinky after being left out for like 2 seconds. Play a multiplayer game, Party Frenzy, with you, and you. Random. I selected them at random so that nobody felt that they were being What? Take PTO. How you gonna tell me that I have work when I'm throwing a dinner party? It's a Friday night. It's Friday night, and the music's right. You're already a level 10 in the programming skill. You don't need to practice your programming. You are the program. Girl, she's literally made like 10 games. What do you need to practice programming for? Get in the booth? Get in the booth? Get in the booth? Do you rap or do you tweet? I can tell. Get in the booth. Get in the booth. Everybody dance together. I kind of want a gold medal for this event. Nope, nobody's gonna go dance. Nobody. Oh, you're stuck in the table. That's probably why. Are you okay? Should I call somebody? Is this like a new trend? Are they like stuck? If I give you a pep talk? It's so funny that she can reminisce about her wedding day as if she had one. They eloped like literally right here in this spot. Right here. This is where they eloped. That's where your wedding day happened, girl. I don't think there's she didn't even want to marry Thiago for real. I'm gonna say it. She didn't really want to marry Thiago for real. She kind of just wanted, I don't know. He wanted kids, and she's like, why not? Why not? She's immortal. She'll probably have multiple husbands, multiple families across multiple times. And Thiago was just insistent. He was like, when are we gonna get married? When are we gonna get married? He was just ready to be in this privileged household. He was just ready. Party's over. PM7. I'm a mess. Disband. Create 3 types of excellent food. Can somebody can you resume this? Who was baking a cake? Why were y'all baking a cake at my house? Nobody was aging up. But I'll tell you, who's next to age up? It's Jasper Onyx. I'm gonna use that for his birthday. Hey, come resume the cake. Do not go to sleep. Come here. Ma'am? She still desperately wants to be... Let that kid know what's up. That's crazy. That's wild to me. Let that... Really tell that little jerk off. Really tell him what's up. Are you asking for advice, Ruby? They only come to her to ask for advice. No one likes me. No one will ever like me. Why bother with anything? Well, have you tried not being such a raging bitch? Have you tried, like, speaking to somebody nicely? Or, like, not yelling at your brothers when they just try to spend time with you? I'll always love you. That's not true. She don't love her. People like you. Look around. Your father's over there. He likes you. Her empathy decreased again. These kids are gonna be horrible people. When I say Anais may be their mother, but like I said, it's that it's like animal politics of, yeah, these are my kids, but I don't particularly care. Girl, who's that supposed to be? What little girl? There's not a single other little girl in this house. I can get that this is Anais and she's purple. Who the hell? Oh, it's Ruby. It's Ruby because it's pink. Wake up. You're not even that tired. You're literally not even that tired. Add some candles. And we'll save this for Jasper's birthday if somebody doesn't, you know, run over here and try to eat it first. I'll eat it up. Why is there constantly spoiled food in this fridge? You've got that je ne sais quoi. Okay, no, let's not just place that there. Try to keep things a little bit neat and organized in this house, this here house. Save because I forgot to save. are you really gonna go around the house cleaning up everything? This is why I say Thiago is an awful house husband. Oh, we have to make things garlic free. Girl, vampire? No. We have to make them lactose free because Jasper has a weak stomach. He just can't handle it. Just can't handle it. I have all the musical references today. Stop playing with me. I have all the references. Quiz me on it. I too love taking selfies in a room that does not belong to me. I don't know why they even have this portrait frame. I don't have them take pictures, but that's the joke. That they only keep a picture of Anais. Technically, of Helen. Whatever your little show says. Whatever the Pokemons does. Pika Pika. Pikachu. Whatever Pikachu does, I agree. She reached parenting skill level 6. I want to get to level 10 where you can just instantly solve all the baby's needs. Speaking of baby, I'm going to have them try again before it's time to go to sleep. Wait a minute, is she almost done? She's almost done with this aspiration. She's already level 10. Nope, come back, come back, come back, come back. Please make just something real simple. Just something like some prosciutto. Some faux prosciutto, because we're fancy. Please, girl. We just need one more excellent meal, and then I'll literally end the episode here, because it will have been going on for 2 hours, and that's like such a huge chunk to watch at once. But yeah, current household type behavior. Actually, maybe I'll just end the episode here, since it is getting long and my wrist is getting super de-duper tired. But anyways, if you liked this episode, if you liked this live, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow, watch, trim, pick up, put down, left, right, center, center. And yeah, let's just see if she can get her aspiration. Real quick, just before the end of the episode. Real quick. I said real quick, don't set it on fire, girl. Is she gonna get it? Yeah, that's another aspiration in the pot. I don't know how many that makes because I'm not keeping track, but yeah, like I said, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you later. I may come back with this household and I may not, no promises. Bye. I'm gonna save. And then I need to eat, bro. There's a black hole in my stomach. I'm hungry.